So let me just I'll just run through these really quickly. So the reason that my life changed, honestly, when I started working with a life coach, and I won't go too far into this because I want to start reading cards. But number one, it was perspective. So Natalie always had a new perspective and would help me because I hired her, I invested in her after my dad died. My dad passed away suddenly, and then that's when I started working with her. But she can give me a fresh perspective on things when I was like in my feelings, okay? Another one was the parameters. So she had, she gave me deadlines. She held me to my word when I said I wanted to do something. She had a structure. She had like a coaching program where it was like provided structure in our life, because you know what? Deadlines are the best invention ever made. If deadlines didn't exist, nobody would get shit done, right? Nobody would create anything. So that is what she helped me with. And then permission, okay? If you guys are intuitives or you have pretty big ideas, and if you're from Kokomo, Galveston, Logan, Peru, I can outguess that you've had a big idea, or you're telling somebody this big idea you have, and somebody around you shot you down, or they were like, "Oh, come back to reality," right? Well, with a coach, you don't get that. Like with Natalie, she gave me permission to step outside my comfort zone. Like she gave me permission to do the big things that I didn't have the confidence for. She helped me to push me that way. A coach is not someone that tells you what to do. Okay. I want to clear that up. Coaching, when you invest in a coach coach will not tell you what to do. A coach does not just give advice. A coach is to coach you, is to coach us to an end result, to us, to a goal that we have. And so another one is praise. Natalie every time we'd have a session, she would always acknowledge. How many of you moms and dads just want to be acknowledged at the end of the day for the stuff you did? That's what Natalie did for me, okay? And what happens when you get praised on a regular basis, when you have your accomplishments acknowledged, there's something that happens. That's the fuel to motivation, okay? That's the fuel to making shit happen, is acknowledging, because it sparks something in us, okay? And then pattern interrupters, okay? Natalie wasn't my friend, right? Coaches are not our friends. We invest in them to help us get us out of our own way. So when I had a pattern that kept coming up, so for instance, I used to have anxiety about getting on a Zoom call. I don't know why. And so I would always reschedule, and Natalie, she texted me one day, she called my phone and she's like, "Get on the Zoom. Like, this is an old pattern. This is not who you are anymore." I'd go into avoidance if I didn't do something that I said I'd do. So it really was a learning thing. And then the last is presence. Natalie always, my life coach, well, she's an intuitive life and business coach, but she always was in the moment with me, right? She saw me, she heard me, she accepted me right where I was at, okay? Okay, so those are the reasons that I absolutely, and I'll go into those more tomorrow. I'm going to come back on, but I just want to give you guys something to think about when it comes to why working with a coach. And Darla, I'll send you a little wrap-up message too. So, all right, guys, have a good night.